Hi everyone, good morning, and welcome to our practice today. Eric, good afternoon. Hey Sam, hope you're doing well. Hope to see you guys soon here in the studio. Terry, good morning. Taylor, good morning. Oh, thanks guys. Thanks James, thanks Jojo. Okay, Sue, welcome back. Sparkles, what's happening? Hey Simone. Hey Paul. Welcome back to LA, isn't it fun? Simone and Paul live in Toronto, Canada, but they also live here in LA. So they had been in Toronto most of the time, and then just made their way back to LA, and it's the wild, wild west over here. Alberto, good morning. Oh, detox, it'll do that. It can knock you out. Totally. Yeah, we'll see you on the replay for sure. Have a good work meeting. So it's going to be a flow practice today. You're welcome to choose any playlist on my Spotify. I don't have a particular one, but you're welcome to choose a playlist if you want to practice to music. I'll be guiding without today myself. Hi, Heather. Thank you so much, Heather. Yeah, we got a nice design planned to reopen hopefully next week. At some point, we're just waiting for some work and fabrications and things like that. So I think we got a great design, and we'll go from there. It's all we can do. You got to stay creative and innovative and do things as safely and as mindfully as you possibly can right now. Frankie, good morning. Ron, good morning. All right, you guys, it's 10 o'clock. Let's get started. Lying on your back, if you're starting a playlist, go ahead and hit play on that and adjust your volumes and so that you can definitely hear me, not necessarily loud, but clear. And then you can set your music to complement. But you want to make sure that you're getting instruction as clear as you possibly can so you're not having to look back on the video too much. That way you can stay in your breath, stay in your practice, and enjoy your flow. Okay, so I'll join you in Shavasana. We've joked around sometimes and people say, oh, can we just stay in Shavasana the whole time? You know, your body, if it's hurting and you're sore. Truth be told, it's actually very difficult and probably the most challenging practice if I were to guide you through stillness for an hour and just have you lie here. Now you wouldn't be able to fall asleep. It's not like you'd be taking a nap, so you'd be hovering in a state which could be quite challenging. And so if you are feeling a little depleted or your muscles fatigued, as always, focus and connect on your breath. Your breath will wake you up. You don't have to charge the practice with your mind and try to make it something that it may not be right now. And yet, as I introduce you to the breath and you begin to connect to that direction within yourself, right, that's the whole point. You'll feel the awakening, and hence why it's so good, or it feels as that breath is doing exactly what you need it to do from the inside. Let's take a couple belly breaths. Inflating the belly as you inhale. And feel it expand out into the skin. Push the belly out. And as you exhale, soften the skin. You feel the stomach come back down in towards the ground. And do a couple more like that on your own. Keep your legs straight, seal your lips, and bring your legs all the way together so they touch. And the lip seal is so that you're breathing in through your nose, out through your nose. And then extend your arms up over your head. Legs squeeze, feel that firmness in your shoulders as you get deeper into the flexion. And keep reaching out, sustain the stretch, take another breath. And then you can bend your legs so your feet are flat and roll onto your right side. Pause there in the fetal position. Take a couple breaths here, feeling your body asymmetrical, or in a relationship that is asymmetrical to gravity. So gravity coming down across the side of your body versus from the top or the front or the back. You notice the weight release from your right side. Use your left hand and come all the way around into a child's pose. Come to a place in your child's pose where you can settle. And when your body settles, the physical existence comes to stillness. And you may be more inclined to find the focus and the dedication, the commitment into your breath practice. And so many times our minds are wrapped around a million things at once. And now you're experiencing the contradiction where you're saying, put that mind in work in towards one point of focus, being your breath. So from a million things that it could be wrapped around into one simple functional task that again we know will wake us up. And we just have to allow the space for that to happen. So you've already done a pretty good part in coming onto your mat. Take an inhale, rise up to a tabletop. Bring your knees in so they're hip-width distance apart. And then set your right hand to the midline of your mat. So your right palm is directly below your face. Take your left hand over your right hand. And we're going to do this on the knees today. And so as you press your left palm into your right palm, and feel your upper back widen And then a little dome. Slide your chin through the space towards your chest. And feel your knees, and so it's like a little cat back. On the exhale, you can soften the spine so it's flat. And then switch. Bring your right hand out from underneath. Take your left hand to the midline of your mat and place your right hand on the back of that left hand. And feel your inhale as you start to press into the palms. You widen the back and then dome the back. Slide your chin through that space towards your chest. And come back to a neutral spine, flat back. And right hand down, tuck your left hand out. And spread your fingers, middle fingers roughly parallel to each other. Tuck your 10 toes. And on your exhale, lift your knees, roll your hips up and back, downward facing dog. And feel what it's like to put more weight into your fingertips. And you should feel a hollow space in the palm of your hand. So the heel of the hand grounds, the pads of the fingers into the fingertips. And then as you claw them out a little bit, you'll feel the palm of your hand raise. So there's a little arch in the palm of your hand. You remember the arch is the strongest architectural shape. And you have it built into your feet. You have it built in through the curves of your spine. Makes sense. Inhale, roll out into a high plank, and then work that little cat back. With the hollow sense of the palms, so the fingertips into the ground, energy up the arms. And yes, your yoga instructor is supposed to get more excited about this than you are. Seal your lips, breathe in through your nose, and then exhale, lift your bum back, downward facing dog. And big toes together, little bend to your knees. And look towards your hands. Take 2 big steps to the top of your mat. You can keep that little bend to your knees. Let your head hang heavy. And take the hands behind your back. Interlace your fingers. Don't even worry about straightening your arms yet. And get a tight squeeze. Finger through finger, thumbs crossed. And the arms can be bent. Just let the shoulders hang heavy. Explore the balance in your feet, and the balance to your breath, even inhales, even exhales, and then heel toe your feet apart one time in your forward fold. Put a little bend to your knees. Now roll your shoulders back and extend through your elbows so you're using your upper arm muscles. Pinky side of your palms together, reaching your knuckles up. Feel your chest open. And then same thing we've been doing all morning. Take a breath through that space. Out the way you came in. Thumbs to your bum. Bend your arms. And feel the shoulders soften and then release your grip. And bring your hands back down to the mat. Heel toe your feet together. Big toes touch. Inhale, lift halfway. Feel the upper back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rise. Stand up. Arms over your head. And tailbone down, belly in. Exhale, bring your hands to your heart center. Inhale, circle the arms, reach up. Exhale, dive through your midline, forward fold. Inhale, lift halfway, feel the upper back. Bend the knees, plant the hands, 2 big steps back into your high plank. And I don't know if there's really another option besides 2 big steps back. I don't think you could take 4 steps back. That just wouldn't feel right. And take a breath in through your nose. Exhale, come forward, and then bend your arms, elbows in, lower all the way down onto your chest. Untuck the toes. Let's start. Feet hip-width apart. Space in your low back, and then roll your heart up, elbows in. Feel the muscles in your low back activate. And point actively towards your toes, tops of your feet on the mat. Take a breath. And lift up a little bit higher as you exhale. And go ahead and soften all the way back down. Tuck the toes, lift the knees, press up to a high plank. Exhale, lift your hips, inverted V shape, downward facing dog. You know, many times you will find people taking more than 2 steps to get to the top of the mat. And so there's where you got to apply the practice. And with breath, lift the heels, you create more room. Little bend to the knees, exhale 2 big steps to the top of the mat. Inhale, lift halfway, flat back. Exhale, forward fold. See, you can always slow it down. Inhale, rise, stand up, reach tall. Exhale, hands to your heart, tailbone down, belly in. Inhale, arms circle up, reach. Exhale, dive through your midline, forward fold. Breathe in, lift halfway, feel the back. Bend the knees, plant the hands, 2 big steps back into your high plank. And shift forward as you inhale. Exhale, bend your arms, elbows to your ribs, chaturanga. Tops of the feet, inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, lift your hips and feel your hip creases. Widen across your bum, so in between your sitting bones, draw that area apart. And you want to know how to feel that? Press the heels of your feet down and feel the balls of your feet into the mat, and then try to pull your feet apart. So I didn't move the feet, pressing down and then just trying to pull the feet apart. And feel that outer posterior chain activate. Lift the heels up, bend the knees, look forward. And exhale, take 2 big steps to the top of the mat. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rise, stand up, so you're starting to loosen up. Exhale, hands to your heart. Inhale, arms reach up. Exhale, dive, forward fold. Inhale, lift halfway. Plant the hands, step back, bend the arms, chaturanga flow. Elbows to ribs, tops of the feet. Inhale, press, up dog. And exhale, lift your hips. And feel your belly. Lessen your hip creases. Put a little bend to your knees. Even weight into your hands. Cross that left ankle behind your right ankle. And then straighten the right leg. Press the heel down. Stay firm to your hands so you're not dumping weight into your shoulders. Bring your left foot back inside, little bend to your knees. Even weight in the hands, cross that right ankle behind your left, and then press the left heel down. Bring your right foot back inside, downward facing dog, feet hip width apart. And you make sure you've got that lift in the palms of your hands, the hollow space. And shift forward, come into a plank. Keep both hands down, roll to the outer edge of your left foot, step your right foot onto the mat in front of your left shin. And so your modified side plank. Now I can walk the left foot down, and creating more space for my left shoulder. And then reach your right arm up, press your right foot into the mat. And so really the focus right now is you lift the pelvis up. And you're in that asymmetrical relationship with gravity. Lift the pelvis up, firm your left hand down, and you're breathing into the outer right hip and around your glute med. And stable in your left shoulder. Now start to dip the pelvis down, hovering off the ground. Reach your right arm back. Left ankle is flexed, and now you're breathing into your outer left hip and your side body. Exploring those sides into balance. Sweep your right arm up, bring it all the way around, pivot, and step back into your high plank. Take a breath, claw the mat with your fingertips. Outer edge of your right foot, both hands on the ground. Step your left foot onto the mat in front of your right shin, and then I'm going to walk that right foot down again. And creating space for the right shoulder, and then reach your left arm up. Use your left foot to lift the pelvis. It's going to want to sag. It's not going to want to fall all the way down, but it's going to sag. So lift it up and feel the sensation to your outer left hip and your butt cheek first. Hi, PJ. And then let your pelvis come down to a hover. Reach your left arm back. So that should be okay on your right shoulder. And if you didn't walk the right foot down away, then you're going to be all jammy and pitchy into your shoulder. Use your belly in back, sweep your left arm up, bring it all the way back around. Pivot, step back into your high plank, reset your palms, breathe in. Exhale, lower, chaturanga flow. Tops of the feet, inhale, up dog, space in the hips. Exhale, downward facing dog. And it should feel different. It's like a couple's been cohabitating for 10 years, and then they get married and somebody says, does it feel different? It should feel different. You just had a beautiful experience, even though you've been living together for 10 years. Yes, it should feel different in a beautiful way. Lift your heels, bend your knees. Exhale, walk or hop to the top. Inhale, lift halfway. Keep that. Bend your legs, strengthen your legs, reach the arms up, Utkatasana. So you maintain the connection to the upper back. And releasing the weight from the lower spine. And connect to the ground, soft seal to your lips. And breathe in, stand up, straight legs. And breathe out, bring your hands to your heart center. And release your arms down by your sides. And Tadasana, gaze forward. And keep turning on that light. Inhale, reach up, breathe. Exhale, dive through your midline, forward fold. Inhale, lift halfway. Plant the hands, step or jump back, chaturanga. Inhale, upward dog, notice. Exhale, down dog. You never lose the strength in your upper back. You draw with your legs, that's how you take it out of the shoulders. Left foot down, inhale, right leg lifts. Exhale, bring your knee to your nose, rush. Inhale, kick back and up. Exhale, knee to your nose. Inhale, kick back and up. Exhale, step right foot all the way through. Lower your left knee down. Keep your toes tucked. With your inhale, rise, reach your arms up. And so we're more vertical, lifting out of the low back. Interlace the fingers, release the index fingers on top. Squeeze the hands, humble the chin. On your exhale, hover your left knee 1 to 3 inches off the ground. You should feel that left thigh quiver. Hey, that's good. Now bring your arms by your side. Straighten your left leg, chest over your right knee, power lunge. And fill out the chest with breath. Spread your fingertips as wide as you can. Feel the feet. Inhale, arms up, crescent warrior, lifted. Exhale, warrior 2, back heel down, arms out into a T. And stay proud to the chest, as neutral to your spine as you can, so your knees draw away from each other, and tailbone down. Straighten your front leg, take an inhale. Reach forward, bring your right hand. It's not your deepest triangle. Right hand just below the knee on the shin. And focus the weight in your back heel. And then focus on lifting in between your shoulder blades. Now you can rotate your gaze and left arm up towards the sky. And feel the draw awareness to your left side body. Ground down, rise up. Exhale, lunge into your warrior 2. Inhale to reverse your warrior 2, reach up and back. Windmill your hands down onto the mat. Pivot on your back toes, step back into a down dog pose. And feel the left side, little turn, elbows in. You stay with that hollow sense through your palms, claw the mat with your fingertips. Inhale, lift your up. Exhale, knee to your nose, no rush. Inhale, kick back and up. Exhale, knee to your nose. Inhale, kick back and up. Exhale, big step, left foot all the way through. Lower the right knee. Keep the toes tucked. With your inhale, rise, arms up, we're vertical. Could be a little sensitive on your right knee. That's totally fine. And feel vertical, interlace your fingers and release the index fingers. Shoulders down, twist the elbows in, humble the chin, hover your right knee 1 inch to 3 inches off the ground. Let it quiver and shake. And let that body and sensation, the intensity or the challenge, call you deeper to your breath. Arms by your side, straighten your right leg, chest over your left knee, power lunge. And feel the breath support literally from the tips of the toes to the tips of your fingers. Feet ground, inhale, arms up. There is a buoyancy and lift out of your low back space. Warrior 2, back heel down, open your arms into the T. And keep your torso neutral, knees spread, tailbone down, ribs in. Straighten your front leg, hips back, inhale. Reach forward, it's not the deepest. Left hand to the shin just below the knee. Okay, focus on the expansion of your breath. Okay, before you think about getting so deep in the postures where your breath is being taken away. Underneath your shoulder blades lift. And gaze can follow. Reach up through your right arm as you ground down through your back heel. You reaching up, ground down to rise, shoulder stack. Exhale, bend your front leg, warrior 2. Inhale, reverse your warrior 2, left arm up and back. Exhale, windmill your hands down, pivot, step back into your downward facing dog. And feel right side, feel left side. And keep your feet where they are, try to pull them away from each other and feel that posterior edge. Ignite that strength, and so you can not only grip, but you can actively strengthen the outer hip flexors. And big toes together, lift the heels up. Bend the knees, exhale, walker, light hop to the top. Inhale, lift halfway. Bend the legs, exhale, Utkatasana, reach your arms up. So when you don't give that upper back strength away, and you're less inclined to dump the weight down into your low back. Bring your hands to your heart center, breathe in. Exhale, rotate left elbow outside your right thigh. Okay, today let's keep our gaze down, 18 inches in front of your toes. Okay, not like you need to get out your measuring tape, but somewhere towards the top edge of your mat. And feel your hips square, put the weight over into your right foot, and step your left foot back into a lunge. And gaze is still straight down as the right side of your chest is opening, shoulder rolls back into the socket. And feel the strength, base of your pelvis to your core. And on your exhale, step your left foot back to the top. Bend your legs, come back center, reach your arms up, Utkatasana. Press the mat away and rise up. And bring your hands to your heart, all the weight into your left foot. Open your right knee, bring your foot to your inner thigh or your inner calf for tree pose. Okay, left leg is your pillar, bring your hands together in front of your heart center. Acknowledge the breath, the one that you're taking right now. And we'll take the back of the right hand to the inner right thigh. And take your left arm out into a T. Turn the thumb down, put the forearm behind the spine. Left fingertips crawl over to the crease of your right elbow. So the back of your right hand, stand tall through your left leg. And then just step the breath into the space and where you're creating it across your chest. And breathe, left hand slides out, palms together in front of your heart. Inhale your right knee forward. Exhale, step right foot down. Inhale, circle the arms, reach up, look up. Exhale, dive, forward fold, hands to the mat. Inhale, lift halfway, feel the upper back. Hands down, step or jump back, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, arms straight, up dog. Exhale, lift your hips, downward facing dog. Keep your right foot down, inhale, left leg high. Exhale, left knee to your left elbow. Inhale, kick it back and up. Exhale, knee to your right elbow. Inhale, left leg back and up. Exhale, big step all the way through. Back heel down, warrior two, right arm up. Okay, little switch. Straighten your front leg, hands to your heart. Left toes turned in. Right toes turn out. Bend your right leg and then sit down into your side lunge. Okay, now you can flip the left toes up. That's going to turn it on through your inner left thigh. And keep letting your bum settle. Use your core, strengthen your back to lift your heart center. Nice, you guys. All we do is touch the fingertips to the ground. Turn your torso over your right knee. Pivot, left heel high, left hand down, and then twist. Reach your right arm up. Enjoy the experience through your outer left hip crease. And space out of the waist, right knee turning into your chest. And breathe for 3, 2, gaze and right hand down. Bend your left knee, step your left foot to your right foot. Inhale, lift halfway. Bend the legs, Utkatasana, reach your arms up. And bring your hands to your heart, breathe in. Exhale, rotate, right elbow outside your left thigh. Prayer twist. Keep the gaze down. I know the tendency is to turn the gaze sideways. And so the hips can stay square, less grip with your hip flexors. Need more strength with the bigger muscles in your body. Weight comes over to your left foot. Right foot floats and then steps all the way back, so as strength. And ball of your foot, gaze is down. And we're still lifting the back of the heart so we're not dumping down into that left hip crease. One breath at a time. That's how you endure in this existence of life. On your exhale, step your right foot back to the top. Bend your legs, come back center, reach your arms up. Push the mat away, bring your hands to your heart in Tadasana. And right foot down, open your left knee, and bring your left foot to your inner thigh or your inner calf for tree. Steady gaze, hands to your heart center. And feel the balance, ribs in, back of the left hand to the inner left thigh. Right arm out into a T, turn the thumb down, and bring your forearm behind your low back. And crawl the fingertips around for the crease of your left elbow. And let the strength of your standing leg evolve your mind to the space across your chest, the front of your shoulders, and breathe into that space. And steady breath, that's your flow. Slide your hands back out, bring them in front. Inhale your left knee forward. Exhale, step left foot down. Inhale, sweep, circle the arms up towards the sky. Exhale, dive, forward fold, hands to the mat. Inhale, lift halfway, feel the upper back. Plant step, float back, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, arms straight, up dog. Exhale, lift your hips, downward facing dog. Left foot stays, inhale, right leg lifts. Exhale, right knee to your right elbow. Inhale, kick it back and up. Exhale, knee to your left elbow. Inhale, kick it back and up. Exhale, big step all the way through. Back heel down, come on up, warrior two. Easy transition, straighten your right leg. Pivot your right toes in, hands to your heart. Turn your left toes out, side lunge into your left leg, bring your bum down. And so your right toes can stay turned in, or you can rotate on the heel, flip the toes up, and feel it to the inner thigh. And hips as heavy as they can be, back of your heart up. Keep breathing, touch the hands down, turn the chest over your left knee. Pivot on your right toes, feels good. Outer right hip, reach your left arm up, lunge, twist. And higher on the fingertips, more space out of your waist. And strengthen your top arm reach. Follow your breath. Exhale, gaze and left hand comes down. Bend your right knee, step your right foot to meet your left foot. Inhale to lift half. Bend your legs, never losing the upper back. Float your arms up. And take an inhale here, deep in your Utkatasana. And exhale, rise. Bring your hands to your heart center in Tadasana. Take a moment and to experience this balance, physically, mentally, and emotionally. Hands to your hips, little heartbeat. Separate your feet so they're hip width apart. Little bend to your knees. Lead with your chest as you hinge, flat back. Elbows up, pause halfway down, and then reach your arms towards the ground. They probably don't touch yet. Bend your knees more. Keep your back flat, and then hook your big toes with your peace fingers. And keep your back flat. If your legs are bent, that's fine. And now turn your elbows out, chest to your knees. And still lengthening your spine. Now drop the chin. Straighten the legs, belly in. Active forward fold. And bend your knees, bring your bum down. Fingertips onto the ground. Tent your palms. And so the heel palms of the hands are lifted. Keep your right knee bent. You're going to swing your left leg out behind your right leg and straighten it. Tuck your toes into the floor. And right heel stays heavy. Flatten the back. Pull your heart through. Shoulders away from the side of your right bum cheek. It's like a feeling of an eagle stretch. Draw to the inner edge of your right foot and float your left leg back and then float it up. Standing splits. Feel the inner edge of your right foot as it kicks. Use the active arms, space at the base of the neck. Lift halfway, feel the upper back. Listen, step your left foot down onto the ground. Keep your back flat. Float, step your right foot all the way back into a lunge. Left leg bend, knee over your heel. Feel it rise, arms up. Should be a really light but deep and expressive crescent warrior. And little lift to the base of your pelvis, back heel down, warrior two. So we pretty much stay with the lunge. Adjust your back foot as you need to. Sternum over your tail, take an inhale. Slide, reach your left arm forward. Left hand outside your left foot onto the mat or use your block. Notice my right arm is still reaching back. Okay, all I do is bring the right arm forward on a plane, and it goes all the way over my head, bicep by the ear. If you can get bicep behind the ear, that's deeper. But make sure your tailbone's down, you're breathing, and your heart is ascending, lifting away from your tailbone. And shoulders down, chin stays up. On the next breath, soften the chin, right hand comes down. Left hand inside, walk it around, sideways. You kick your left heel out, you're in a wide-legged forward fold. Kickstand your heart, arms straight, flat back. On your exhale, hinge, come down a little bit deeper. Take an inhale. Exhale, hinge, come down a little bit deeper. Take an inhale. Exhale, hinge, walk the hands back, elbows over your wrist, and go to your deepest. 3 breaths. Crawl the hands under your shoulders, straight arms, flat back. So we're getting used to using that upper back. And then walk your hands over to your left foot. Pivot yourself square, back heel high. Step your right foot to the top. Inhale to lift halfway. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rise, stand up, reach tall. Exhale, bring your hands to your heart center. Weight into your right foot. Focus on the proud lift to your chest. Curl your left heel into your bum. Reach your left hand back, never losing the lift of your chest. Grab the inside of your left foot. Right arm starts to reach up. Okay, now feel that line from your right heel to your right wrist. And keep that line, kick down and back, and breathe into the proud chest. Okay, don't worry about how high the kick goes today. Feel the proud chest. Inhale, slowly rise, bring both feet down. Reach both arms up, tailbone down. And you feel the softness in your jaw. Breathe in, lift your chin. And exhale, swan dive, lead with your chest, forward fold. Inhale to lift halfway, feel the upper back, stay there. Got it? Swing your right leg out behind your left leg and touch your toes into the floor. Left leg bends, heel is heavy. And then draw your heart through. Use your arms. They're nice kickstands. And so that you're not kinking the neck or dumping weight into your low back. Feel the inner edge strength of your left foot. And you start to swing your right leg back behind. When you square, then lift your right leg up, go vertical. Active arms, elbows in. And belly draws as you lengthen. And pull your heart forward, feel that little halfway lift. You slowly step your right foot down next to your left. Feel your upper back. And then float step your left foot all the way to the back of the mat. Okay, that's a big step as you lunge. Arms up, should feel light in your crescent warrior. And it's the tiniest little lift at the base of the pelvis. Pivot your back heel down, and you stay in your warrior two. Left arm long and strong. Tailbone rolling under. Slide, reach your right hand forward. Place your right hand to the mat or block outside your right foot. Notice my left arm is still reaching actively back. Reminder to connect to your back heel. Okay, now your left arm just comes forward on that level plane. Bicep behind or above your ear. An extended side angle. Breathe. Strengthen the back leg, chin to the chest, close it down, left hand to the ground. Bring your right hand inside, walk it over to the side edge, pivot your right toes in. Arms straight, kickstand your heart, flat back. Feel that release in your outer right hip crease. Take an inhale. As we exhale, hinge and come down further. Hey, watch the breath take you. Inhale. Exhale, hinge, come down a little bit further. One more, breathe in. Exhale, hinge, walk your hands back, turn your elbows in so they're over your wrist. Hey, dive deepest. And crawl the hands out, straight arms, flat back. Walk the hands over to your right foot. Pivot to connect into your lunge, back heel high. And step your left foot forward, meet at the top of the mat. Inhale, lift halfway. Bend the legs. Exhale, Utkatasana, reach your arms up. And feel the depth of your Utkatasana, really good. No weight in your low spine. Stand up and bring your hands to your heart center. And weight into your left heel. Keep the chest lifting proud. Really work on that. Curl your right heel into your bum. Keep the chest lifting proud. Reach back with your right hand for the inside of your foot, ankle, or shin. And left arm goes straight up. One line from your wrist down to your ankle. And begin to kick down and back into your right hand. Dancer's pose. Express. Inhale, slowly rise. Right foot down, both arms up. Drop the tail, feel the belly. Take an inhale. Exhale, swan dive and fold. Bring your hands down onto the mat. Inhale to lift halfway, lengthen your spine. Plant the hands, step or jump back, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, press, arms straight, up dog. Exhale, lift your hips and meet back in your downward facing dog. The end of your next exhale, and bend your legs, lower your knees down onto the mat, tabletop. And keep your spine neutral, reset your hands so they're underneath your shoulders. All the weight into your right knee, kick your left leg straight back. You slide your right hand forward inches and then open your left hip. And if you need more balance, angle your right shin, kick your foot out, and then float your left arm up. You're in half moon from your knee. You can add on with an ankle grab. Bring your left heel into your bum. And then kick into the hand. And roll the shoulder back as you open the hips towards the wall you're facing. Soften your gaze down, release the ankle, kick straight back, left arm up. Left hand comes down. Now square your hips, tuck your right toes. Look down, belly in, press up, three-legged dog pose. And draw to your inner right thigh. And bring your left knee to your right elbow. Come up onto your fingertips, tent your palms, and kick your left leg straight out to the right. On your fingertips, pull your heart through. If not fingertips, hands flat, but I'm giving you more space. Kick through your right heel. And draw with your belly, strengthen your right leg, and your left knee slides outside your left wrist. Your shin is angled more than it normally would be in half pigeon. Slide your right knee back. Flex that left ankle so your toes up to your knee. And square your pelvis, crawl your hands forward, and as you hinge, and you're going to feel the sensation change. And piriformis, outside, glute med, left hip. Slow down your breath, lips seal. You're even welcome to soften or close your eyes here once you get settled in stillness. Open the eyes. Inhale, come back up to your palms. And tuck your back toes, lift the knees. Now firm to your hands, slide your left foot back, come into a high plank. And feel your left thigh extend from the hip, and then exhale, draw your bum up, downward facing dog. And left leg should feel different than your right leg. Breathe in. And on your exhale, bend your legs, lower your knees down, tabletop. A neutral spine, set your hands underneath your shoulders. Inhale, kick your right leg straight back behind you. Move your left hand forward inches. You can always kick your left ankle out as you open your right hip, half moon on your knee. And right arm comes up. And eventually your gaze turns sideways. And it's plenty. Feel the lightness and the space of your breath here. The option to curl the heel in, grab for a shin. And kick into the hand, open the hips in the direction that you're facing. And with your breath, through your exhale, release the shin, right leg goes back. Right arm up, gaze softens down. And bring your right hand back to the ground as we pivot. Square the hips, tuck your left toes. Look down into the ground. Use your belly in back. Press up, three-legged dog. On your exhale, right knee to your left elbow. Come up onto your fingertips. Kick your right leg out straight to the left. Left inner thigh extended through the heel, chest through. If not fingertips, you can be on the hands, but I'm giving you more space to be on your fingertips. And breathe into it. Left leg is strong as your right knee slides across the chest and to the outer right wrist. Lay the shin down. It's more parallel to the top of the mat, so flex the ankle. And toes to your knees on the right side. And square your hip. Forward onto your hands, down onto your elbows. And through the interpretation of our lives in the human mind, nobody really knows where they're supposed to be. So all you can do is invest in the essence of being where you are. And you say, make the best of the situation. Well, in part, that's a mindfulness practice. And we can't control the things that are going on, but we do have the ability to practice with our awareness in mindfulness and to absorb the positivity, learn from that which is less than positive, lessen the inner critic, take the pressure off. Why carry the weight and the stress of the world on your shoulders? It seems like a better endeavor and to be, a light seeker, in one that explores illuminating flow from turning on the switch. And just like you're doing with your practice here this morning. At the end of this breath that you're taking right now, walk your hands back onto the mat. Tuck your left toes and to lift the knee. Firm to your hands. Step your right leg back into a plank. Feel the right thigh to your hip flexors. And draw with your belly, lift your hips, no rush, slowly into your last downward facing dog. And take a deep breath in your down dog. Open your mouth on your exhale and sigh all the air out of your lungs, please. And come down onto your knees. Lean to your left hip. Swing your feet around in front of you. Bring the soles of your feet together and take the hands behind. So you're facing the front of your mat. I'm going to turn to face you. Soles of your feet together, knees apart. Make sure your bum is grounded and your hands are behind, and so that you can lift upright through your spine. And give your wings a little shake up and down. And let your knees settle, and then you can reach under with your left hand, pull out the flesh of your bum. Reach under with your right hand, pull out that little flesh of your bum, and then bring your hands around. And so you're holding on to the backside edges of your feet. Any proportionately little adjustments based on the length of your arms and the length of your legs, but keep the heart up. And then feel that sensation of your shoulders getting pulled back into their sockets. You find a calmer breath around your heart, even though you might be feeling this in the lower third of your spine. And feel the heels of the feet press together, the knees draw apart, and then the outer thighs start to wrap. And from the external rotation from your hips down towards the ground. Some of you will have your outer thighs all the way down onto the ground, and then beg the heart to lift. Keep the shoulders away from the ears and hinge versus fold. So with length, and begin to hinge at the hips. And just like we did earlier in our forward fold pause, take an inhale. And as you exhale, hinge a little bit further. Pause, take an inhale. Exhale, hinge a little bit further. See, now I didn't know I could go this far. Stay where you are, breathe in. And then you can start to fold, forehead down towards your feet. Certainly didn't think I could go here. And feel a breath back into the base of your pelvis. And so that's the beautiful metaphor of life. Didn't know I could go here, but I'm here now. Learning, living, hopefully trusting. I hope your practice is bringing back that sacred element of trust and for beings and humanity. Even amidst all the doubts, start to bring your chest back up. And then you can soften the grip. Hands to your outer thighs, and start to bring your knees back up towards each other. And feet flat, arms around your shins, but it's relaxed. And let your head fall towards your chest, release your jaw. Could feel good to flutter your lips. And then you can let your breath go here. Gently move the head side to side, feel the neck. And you roll your head back up. And feel the lightness, take a breath, let it go. And you can have a sip of whatever you have and to drink. You're at home, probably, so it's your choice. And then go ahead and lie down onto your back for our final Shavasana today. And as you're lying down, I know that we've been practicing for quite some time, since the beginning of the initial lockdown here in Los Angeles, March 18th. If you're looking for, a reflection of the practice, so we're going to have, we've taught and we teach in the same community, but if you're looking for an awesome yoga class where you're going to feel traces of what I'm doing, but then experience somebody else's style, just like you are with Jessica, our dear friend Simone, who's on the class right now, she's also doing classes on YouTube. So pop over, check out one of her classes. You'll get some of that versatility in style, but you're going to notice some familiarities as well, as far as how we like to teach. She's a wonderful instructor, so thanks for practicing with us, Simone and Paul, and definitely check that out. Okay, lying down on arms by your sides, palms facing up. Let's see, it was on here too, because it's Yoga with Simone on YouTube. And feel your body loosen or looser. Your body will be heavy when you relax the muscles because you're depleting that stress on the joint. That internal grip can fall out. The mind can soften, the face can relax, and you may find the breath and the light, thin nature of the breath right now so soothing. As you evolve from this physical and through the mental and the emotional into something that might, have traces and be a little bit more spiritual. Exploring the richness and the sacred nature of your inner and your most authentic self, which I hope we're all learning. And then that's what we can share with the world. We don't have to hide any part of ourselves. Take your time here, everybody. Please reach out and connect if you need anything. If you just want to say hey, post a picture of yourself doing the yoga class, all wonderful. It's a beautiful community here, virtually and also live at the studio in Los Angeles. And take your time in Shavasana. I'll see you tonight for detox. And have a beautiful day. Namaste.